This week, the San Diego City Council reversed itself and repealed an ordinance to make it tougher to build superstores in the city. Walmart officials say the company wants to build 12 stores in San Diego within 5 years and led the fight against the ordinance. KPBS Metro reporter Katie Orr has been covering the story. So, Katie, if that ordinance had held, what would it have done to defer or deter construction of superstores?
It would have required that so-called super stores, like a super Walmart, do an economic impact study before being built. And that means that any store over 90,000 square feet that gets 10% of its revenues from groceries is considered a superstore. Supporters of the ordinance say it would protect small and local businesses from being trampled by a super Walmart being built, or not just Walmart, any mega store being built in a neighborhood. Target, Costco. But opponents of the ordinance say that once these stores did these impact studies, the results would inevitably have been negative, and that would have prevented the store from being built. So it was, opponents were calling it a de facto ban on superstores.
Well, I remember when the City Council passed the ordinance in November, and it was a 5-3 vote. The mayor then vetoed it. And it went back to the City Council, and they overrode his veto with another 5-3 vote. But now they've reversed themselves 7-1. What convinced 7 of the 8 council members to change or discard the ordinance?
Well, I think they were convinced by money, they would tell you. Walmart, after this ordinance was passed and then essentially passed again by the City Council, Walmart sort of marshaled its resources and launched this signature gathering campaign. They gathered enough signatures to force the issue to a ballot measure. They would have had a referendum on the issue, and that left the City Council with 2 choices. They could uphold their previous vote, meaning that there would be a special election, which could have cost the city up to $3 million, or they could vote to repeal the ordinance and save the money. And that's essentially what they did. Council members Todd Gloria and Tony Young switched their votes on the issue and voted to repeal. Todd Gloria, who authored the ordinance, said it was a dark day for democracy, saying that Walmart was coming in and sort of steamrolling over the City Council with their money and their resources. But he couldn't justify spending the $3 million on the special election.
But that $3 million is in question. I mean, it's been raised that if that vote was taken at the same time that a statewide vote that Governor Brown wants to have on extending the tax increases, if that happened at the same time, it would cost several $100,000.
That's right, and that's what State Senator Juan Vargas told me. He's sponsoring a similar bill now in the state legislature, and he's saying that it wouldn't have cost him $3 million. He essentially called out the City Council and said that they caved to this big corporation, and they shouldn't have done that. They should have let the people decide. Todd Gloria said when they were taking the vote, they had no way of knowing if the special election, the state special election, was actually going to happen. So they had to act as if it would cost the city $3 million. This is at a time when the city is facing a $47 million budget deficit.
Well, Katie Orr, the story goes on, and we'll have you back and see where it goes from here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.